You have probably seen sushi rolls with cream cheese, deep fried coating, and sweet sauces on top. Some people love it, some people say this is not sushi anymore. But here is the real question. Did Americans actually ruin sushi? Or did sushi survive by changing? Because the truth is, the sushi you think is traditional was already changed once before. And the version you eat today exists because of one uncomfortable decision Japan made years ago. By the end of this video, you will never look at sushi the same way again. Most people think sushi means raw fish and rice. But sushi did not start that way. Originally, sushi was a way to preserve fish. Fish was fermented with rice for months. The rice was thrown away, only the fish was eaten. It was not fancy, it was not beautiful, it was survival food. Over time, people shortened the process. Fresh fish, seasoned rice, fast meals for busy city life in Japan. Even in Japan, sushi evolved. So the idea that sushi was always pure is already a myth. When sushi first came to America, most people were uncomfortable. Raw fish felt risky, seaweed felt strange, the smell felt unfamiliar. Restaurants struggled, so sushi chefs faced a choice: stay traditional and stay small, or adapt and survive. This is where things change. They hide the seaweed inside the roll. They added avocado to make the texture familiar. They added cooked ingredients, then sauces, then crunch. It was not about disrespecting sushi, it was about making people feel safe enough to try it. The California roll is often blamed, but without it, sushi might not have gone mainstream in the West. It used cooked crab, avocado instead of raw tuna, rice on the outside. It did not scare new customers. People tried it, they liked it, then slowly they become open to more traditional sushi. The fake sushi become the bridge to real sushi. Without that bridge, millions of people might never have tried sushi at all. Here is the uncomfortable truth. American style sushi did not destroy traditional sushi, it created a new lane. Traditional sushi still exists, high-end omakase still exists, real Japanese technique still exists. But now sushi also exists as fast food, as comfort food, as global food. That expansion created more sushi chefs, more seafood demand, more global awareness of Japanese food culture. So the question is not, is this real sushi? The real question is, did the versions bring more people into the culture? Because growth always changes cultures, but culture that refuses to grow slowly become invisible. Food is not just food. It's identity, it's memory, it's pride. When people see sushi covered in cheese, they don't just see ingredients. They feel like something important is being misunderstood. But every global food you eat today is already adapted. Pizza in India, burgers in Japan, pasta outside Italy. None of these are originals, but all of them helped the original survive. The real danger is not creativity. The real danger is misinformation. When people think this is authentic Japanese food when it actually is fusion, that's when culture get confused. Fusion is not bad, but it should be honest. Respect does not mean freezing food in time. It means knowing where it came from. Sushi did not get ruined by Americans. Sushi got globalized, and globalization always changes things. The same way Japan once changed sushi from preserved fish to fresh fish. The world changed sushis from tradition to trend. Every culture evolves when it travels. The question is not, is this real sushi? The question is, does this version bring people closer to the original story or further away from it? If you enjoy American style sushi, you are not wrong. If you prefer traditional sushi, you are not wrong either. The real mistake is pretending one version has the right to erase the other. Because food survives by changing and culture survives by being understood.